All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are continuing on our journey at developing our research vessel to mine uranium. So I think now that we have that, I'm just going to leave that all there just so I know. I think now that we have that determined, I think I'm going to build the station here. Now, I've been having issues. I've been having issues with Stormworks, right? Where if I leave the captain's chair for too long, the ship will disappear. So, yeah. Please don't mind Steam. From time to time, have conversations with friends about various different things. I don't mean anything to anybody. Sometimes stuff, just conversation. Sometimes stuff comes up that's funny or whatever. It's not meant to be directed at anybody. It's just conversation. The crazy times that we live in. So, yeah, I'm just gonna develop the. Let's finish the floor here a little bit. Right, yeah, so I've been having issues where if I leave the captain's seat for too long, the ship will just disappear on me. So I'm going to try and set up a second station here. And we'll see what happens. I mean, while the machine is running and mining and doing all this kind of stuff, maybe I'll, once in a while run upstairs and just hop in the pilot seat of the vehicle just to make sure it's not going to despawn. But I don't know. It has a keep active block on it. It has all that stuff on it. Like I said, I really am not too sure. The only feedback I seem to be getting is that it's a problem with my builds. So my hope is that one day, it will actually be a problem with my builds. All right, so I'm just doing that. Change this here. Oops. You never know. Like I say, I'm not too sure why. Maybe there's a timer or something. It's done for a reason. The despawn timer. Who knows? Yeah. So right here, get rid of this light. Right here. Well, I guess right here. So we want like a big 5x3 maybe. I want a nice big monitor that we can see. Let's see. We'll go navy blue. I like navy blue. And we'll just search a block here like that. And then maybe we'll have sub monitors here, which have the controls for the machine on it, like that. And then, that might be a little too close. Right, we'll just have a button right in the middle here that will paint afterwards. So if you want to change the color of your button, similar to the way that you change the illumination of these, go to paint mode, and if you click on additive and then you change the color, you can change the button color to whatever you want. All right, that's how we change the buttons. Okay, cool. So that's that, and then I don't know if I'll need any statistics. That's going to be the touch screen. Maybe I should have a statistics. Maybe a couple of monitors, something like that, maybe. should have. Let's add a couple more buttons here for that. I want to do that. Nah, let's not worry about that. We'll just make it laggy. All right, and then what I want to do now is let's get a video from there, right? I think. All right, we'll save it and then we'll spawn that in and we'll see how that looks. I want to have a nice big screen so that way we can see while we're driving. I'm probably going to end up having to put a spotlight on it. Like it's going to be exactly similar to the drill ship, where it's going to be like testing and testing over several days, probably testing and testing and testing. Right now, if you have the industrial DLC where you have the island in the south, the uranium is easy to access. I think it's on the surface, and you don't have to worry about any of this. But if you don't, oh yeah, that's super laggy, but I think that'll do. If you don't have it, and the chair is too high. All right. If you don't have it, this is how you have to get uranium. This is how you have to get uranium. Let's see there. Yeah, there's no other, I guess, way to. Oh, I can go through the wall. It's funny, the lights come right in. They come right inside, right? And then this. Oh, what's going on here? All right, that's gonna have to be fixed. I didn't realize there was this many unresolved issues. Okay, perfect. So that'll do for that. And then here we'll probably have statistics like whatever, cable length and that sort of stuff, so we know how far out we are. Well, I guess that won't really matter actually. And of course, this will be our 2 touch screens, right? So when we turn the monitor on, we can see what we're doing. Let's see. I'm gonna add 2 more buttons there. I haven't done a power grid test yet either, and I know that the power grid is going to be a little low. So I just want to make sure that I have the option of being able to turn off the main monitor, and this one here is going to be the 2 sub monitors. So main. Touchscreen, and then we'll have secondary for the small little monitors. I don't know what we're going to do with those yet. All right, so now what we can do is the logic. We need to change the logic. So what we already have this microcontroller planted here. We may as well use it and then move it. So this we can trash. This we can trash. This, although I gotta select it one at a time. Trash it. All right. And I don't know if we need. Let's see, trash that. We can actually get rid of all this composite too, because we don't need it. What we'll do is we'll double that Lua block into something else, like for both monitors, right? So this Lua block here is going to have the first 4 numbers, and the next Lua block will have the second 4 numbers. I think we'll have 8 8 total inputs. All right, so let's update that. Okay, then we're going to go to here. And let's edit this. Yes. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll have to break this up. 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5. 5 and 4. What's that one there? Camera pitch. Camera mode. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'd like to have the camera all on one. Maybe I'll put the slider over there. Camera mode. Drive and the motor speed. Maybe we'll do that. Slider, drive, motor speed. Yeah. One will be one touch screen will be for the camera, and then one touch screen will be all right. Push the toggle. And then we need let's see. We'll do that, and let's just move this down here. Oops. Okay, and then we just want a what is it? Push. Top pulse. Toggle to push. Oh, let's see here. What am I looking for? What am I looking for here? We are looking for. It's not the push to toggle. Maybe it is the toggle to push. Constant on signal. Let's see. We'll update this the way it is, and then I am gonna have a look at this one here. And the ones that aren't pushed to toggle, they're all pushed to toggle. All right, I don't think I have to do that. I think we can just run the numbers, just run it straight through. So then we need a composite. Read on off, and then we need a read number. All right, like that. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4 channels in here. Read channel. Oh, am I gonna need more of these? Composite read? Maybe I'll need more of these. Read on off. Yeah. All right, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. What, I need 5 of these? 4, 5, and then I need 5 numbers. 2, 3, oops, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. 5 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So drive, and then we'll just use a number switch. numerical switch box for drive, and then we need constant number. This one here, and this one here, and this will be constant number 1. Oh, and then we need another switch box. And then we need another constant number. We want to be able to go backwards, right? And this will be -1. Oops. Oh, -1 like that. And this will be the on value here, and this will be the on value here. And this will be the off value. So when it's off, it's 0. When it's on. So now how do we switch? How do we switch that? Let's see. So if that's the easy way. So when I drive, it goes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna need one more for reverse, I think. That'd be comp C. This one here. 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, and then the brakes, we just run right through. 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So drive. Let's see here. Let's just do this here. We can say forwards and backwards. And then we need one more switch actually here. And this will be the on number, and the off number will be 0. Oh, do I need 4 or do I need 3? Let's see. When that's off, it's going to put through the number 1, which goes to the off value of that. All right, and then when it turns on, this is the on value. Yeah, I think that's right. We don't need to turn that off. All right, that kind of makes sense. It's a little confusing, but it kind of makes sense. So in this block here, we have our positive number, and that goes through these. When this is off and this is off, that positive number will come all the way through to the drive. Then when we turn this one off and we turn this one on, the on value will be -1. Yeah, that's right. Confusing myself with this, but I don't need to do that. So, and then motor speed, we'll say we need another switch for that. It's going to be a little a little confusing, and we can, let's see. Say push to toggle as well for that, and this can, when it turns on, it can throw our number 1, and when it turns off, it can throw our number 0, and that is our motor speed. And then our slider, we have to set up, we need 3 of these switches. We have to set it up the same way as we just set up our forward backwards. So let's see, this is number 1 on value, -1 on value. This can be 0 when it's off. This can be 0 when it's off. And this can be 0 when it's off. And actually this one here has to be 0. And this one here, otherwise the signals won't make it through. So when it's off, it'll just pass through the number. And when this is on, it'll pass through to the off number. So we need another push to toggle here, and that will go to here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There, we're pretty much maxed out there. Should just be, let's just make this really simple. It's going to be one number or the other. It's either going to be, no, I don't like that, actually. I don't like that. It's got to be either or. It's got to be either or. Got to be down or up, down or up. I might need one more monitor there with the touch screens. Just trying to think how we should sort this out here. Right, the motor speed. This is mining. This is driving here. 1, 2, 3. Mining can be the slider. Yeah, that could work. And then we just need another on switch for there. All right. So we'll do composite, another one, I guess. Yeah, that's how that has to work. So we need one monitor to drive, one monitor for the camera, and one monitor for the mining functions. Okay. Makes things easy. That's that. That's the secondary. Guess we could do that. Turn on all these small monitors. I'm not too sure what these two monitors are going to do. Well, just get rid of those. Perfect. That's our 3 drive monitors. Yeah, that's the easiest. That's the easiest way to do all that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay. What's next? Let's connect. So now we have the camera mode. We need to do the camera. I guess I have to delete all these. They should all actually be composite, right? Or read. They should all be composite read. 2, 3, because we're gonna have to use number switches for all this stuff. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first one, easy peasy. Turns on the camera mode. That was gonna need push to toggle. 1, 2, 3. Right, and this changes it from having to hold the button to pressing the button, and it becoming a toggle button. Really easy. So then we just do the we need a switch. switch boxes here. How do we want to do this? Let's see. So we need our number 1 when it's turned on, and then we need another switch box here, which is a -1 when it's turned on, and then when it's turned off, it's going to be 0 because we don't want it to continue to move in any direction. This can go to the. We need another switch box here. This can be on, and this can be the. Well, see, if I do that, I have to add one more. On, off, and then we have to add one more switch box here. And that could go to the on value. Let's see. No, how are we going to do this here? The off value should be 0. Let's see here. So when they push one button, I'm going to need one more. Let's see. It should. Yeah, maybe that's right. We need a third number switch. Think, brain, think. This one can be the off value. It's 2 directions. So I'm going to need 2 buttons. That's 6 buttons right there just to get the camera to go down and up, left and right, and the field of view in and out. That's 6 buttons. So that's 2 monitors for the camera, 1 monitor to drive, and 1 monitor to mine. That's how that's going to happen. Okay, so we'll update that. That's how it's going to work. So we need 2 monitors for the cameras. Otherwise, there's just not enough room. Now I could edit. I could edit it so that way we use a different size monitor, right? We can use the 1x2, and I can have 6 inputs on a single monitor instead of 5. Right now we've got right, or I can even use a bigger one. I can use a 2x2 monitor and break it up, because that's all you're doing when you make the Lua and you're making your touchscreen buttons. You can define the size of those buttons, right? So a 2x2 monitor is 64 tiles by 64 tiles. A 1x1 monitor is 32 tiles by 32 tiles, right? So when you build your ideal button, that's essentially what you're doing. So if we did a 2x2 monitor at 64 by 64, the way I have my buttons, we could have 20 buttons on a single monitor. Maybe that's what we'll do. It'd be nice if it was like a 2x3. if that'll work. Yeah, so when you make your button, your first button, we can define. When we go through the Lua, we'll touch on that again. Yeah, this needs to be fixed. Obviously, in further detail. But we can turn that on, and then I can have a bunch of buttons here and a bunch of buttons here, right? I can have all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah, and then we can go forwards, backwards, up, down, left, right. Okay, that's better. And then I could just run everything through a single monitor, like we have set up here. Which just means when I edit the Lua script, you see here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 buttons, 5 inputs, right? And so what I do is I'll just have to change. See, we do draw text box done by the width. So I'll have to redefine the width. Either changing the W and just getting rid of those 2 variables there and just adding a number value. So we want it to be either 10 pixels wide so if it's a 2 by 3, it's 64 pixels long by 96 pixels wide. Is that right? Yeah, 64 pixels long by 96 pixels wide. So these ones here are 31. Let's say the width's at 31. If I wanted to have a button beside it, I would have to start this text box at 31. Right, because here we're saying draw a text box, the width, and we define the width as being 31 wide across the screen. So I would have to change that to like 10, and then it will only draw a text box at 10. And then we'd see here, draw a rectangle. This is the size of the rectangle that's going to be our button. Yeah, so we'll have to. It just means a little more legwork in the Lua to get it to work. But that's all we have to do. We just have to edit this Lua block, add in our buttons, and then connect the composites, and that's it. So what we need to do now, the next step, is to go back into our miner, this mess. We need to finish with the camera buttons here, and then what I need to do is define each input. So I need to say, let's see here, update. We'll just update this. I'll try and explain what I mean. So in the script, we're using an input 3, input 4, and input 1. Right? 1 is telling us whether you've pressed the button. Input 3 and 4. I think 1 is that's X and Y. These are the inputs for the triangle. So we can't change those, right? So number 3, number 4, channel 3, channel 4, and channel 1 are taken. There's taken on this microcontroller. So when we define the channels on this microcontroller, we can't use those channels, 1, 3, and 4. But we can use all the other channels that we want, up to 64, I think it is, or probably even more than that, right? So each one of these is its own composite channel, which we'll have to define. Then when we write our Lua code, we'll have to define the channel. When I press this button, it goes to channel 2, right, which we saw turned on the lights. If I press this button, it goes to channel 6. That makes the camera go up and down or whatever. All right, so long story short, let's finish. Okay, camera mode is done. Let's try and finish with this. What I'm trying to do here. So camera pitch. We need the camera pitch to go up, and then we need the camera pitch to go down. So let's get another switch here. And this is +1. And this is -1. And then we need 0 when it's off. Just like that. So it's up, down, and then we need, I don't think I can send both of these into there. I don't think I can send both of them into there. No. So I'll have to switch it again. Right, so what we do is we'll take a third number switch, and the first value can go through the on, and the second value can go through the off. Or we can even reverse it. It doesn't matter. Then we just have to make sure that, all right, so we turn it on for the first value, and then when we do the second value, we only need to turn on just like that. Yeah, it seems a little confusing because it's busy, but really it's not. It's 3 number switches, and that's all we need. 3 number switches to go up and down, right? We have to do that 3 more times. So 1, 2. Let's just do that. Get one more number switch here. And then this one on and on. And then that means this number goes to the on number. This number goes to the off number. And that is going to be our field of view. So we need another composite read, and then we need another push to toggle. Composite read, this goes into here. Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes into the toggle, and then the toggle goes into here. There we go. So now I need 2 more push to toggles for the up and down, and then I need 1 more comps. I need 2 more composites for the up and down. Right? Because now we're creating an 2 individual buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 14 buttons. That's not too bad. So we can do 7 and 7 on a big monitor like that. Maybe I'll drop it down to 2x2. I don't know. But the big monitors, that's what you could add, like if you want a little graphic in the middle or something, right? Okay, now that's this one here. So let's get all this stuff out of the way that we don't need. So we need 3 switches. 1, 2, 3, and then our number 0, 0, and 0. Okay, this first one is going to be, this will go to the on, and this will go to the off. And this will go to on. And this will go here. Wow, that was really confusing. So there it is. So now what we have to do is we have to define each one of these channels. We can start at 4, right? How many channels do we have? 32 total channels. So we can say 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 9, let's see, 10, 11. This will be channel 12. Channel 13. Channel 14. 17 and 18. There we go. What is that? 13 channels? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 channels. Yeah, 18. Yeah, that should be 18, right? Yeah, 13 channels. Oh, I'm missing one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. All right, we got them all. So now we can update this. Let me just double this. It's so confusing sometimes, right? Let me double check this. We've got everything. And this one doesn't matter because it's turned off. All right, so we can update that. So in theory, the microcontroller for the machine is done. So now what we have to do is we have to go into this microcontroller, into our Lua block. And now what we have to do is change this. So I'll just get rid of this for now so it's not confusing. And we'll copy this. And then we need, this is going to be 5, right? Starting at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Just like that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oops, 15, 16, 17, 18, just like that. Output, set bool. And then what we have to do is change this to oops, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now we have here is pressed and is point in rectangle. So this is where we define the button, the touch button. And here, down here is just where we draw the button. So this is defining the button and this is drawing the button. So we'll get rid of all this except for one, just to make it easy. And we'll get rid of all this except for one, just to make it easy. So if you're wondering where I got this, you can go to help. And these are our inputs here, right? This is how to draw to the screen. This is how to set your inputs and your outputs. And this is how to get properties. Right? They got all the basic stuff that you want, right? The map stuff, just the basics. The stuff that's relative and that applies to this game, right? Now Lua is very powerful, and you can take this and change it. You know, you can do all kinds of stuff with the Lua here. You can do all kinds of magic. So now what I'm doing is I'm using W. Oh yes, and then this is the rectangle here, right? Which is defined as well, I want to change that actually. I want to change that. Because I don't think we need the. Oh, I might actually here. So we were saying that the 2x3 monitor is 96 pixels wide and it's 64 pixels tall. So for our width on our first button, let's make it, we're gonna have two sides, right? So what is that, 45? And 45 is 90. So 48 and 48 would be half the screen. Okay? And then if we define that down here at 48, and this should, I think we can actually leave that. See, we're drawing the rectangle here. Let's just draw the rectangle to 48. I was saying it should only go to half the, and this should be, I go 95. What I do is I'm leaving 1 pixel out on the, for alignment. So these numbers here are the alignment of the rectangle, right? This gets you the width of the screen and the height of the screen less 1 pixel, and that way we're sort of in there. And then you have your color, which you can set, and then when I say draw the rectangle, which is going to be 1 pixel down, 1 pixel over, and it's going to be 48 pixels wide by 6 pixels tall. That's essentially what I'm doing here. And then when we draw the text box, it's the same thing, but I'm offsetting the text box by 2 instead of by 1, right? And it's saying sys, but I could say light, right? And then we can just do that. We can update that. And what we'll do is we will run to test that it works. We'll run the composite into this monitor here, and then we will also run the video from here into there. We'll see if that works. So I should be able to press the rectangle, and just like we did last time, I should be able to turn on the lights. So if I'm sitting in there, yeah, there we go, see? And then if I turn that on, there we go. The lights are on the machine. Okay? Real basic stuff. And you can see there, it's half of it. So I'll have 7 buttons here, and then I'll have 7 buttons here, right? So then I'll, let's see. Here we hit it again, and the lights turn off. Perfect. So that's the basics. The basics. So the next thing I'll probably do, I have the touch screens in the, truck, and when you press on the touch screen, it also makes a blue. It fills in a triangle, so you can tell that you're pressing on it. So let me just I'll go and get that Lua, and then I'll add it here, and I'll test it, and then in the next video, well, it'll just be a continuation of this. I'll finish connecting the buttons, then we'll test. Hopefully we'll be able to test if the video is not too long. And yeah, then we can sail out and see how it goes. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, thank you so much for subscribing. You guys are awesome. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you're having a lot of fun and learning as well. And please have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye for now.